This video will show you how to set up a Go script which in Scratch, which will solve the puzzle of the rush hour puzzle that you're trying to attempt. I'm doing number 1 for you so you can get an idea of what's involved. So you should have already done the reset script. I've done a video for that, where you can set the cars up and the trucks up in their starting position. So if I move them around a bit and I can click this button, they all jump back into their starting position. The next step is to actually solve the puzzle. To do that, we need to move the car or truck one at a time so that the red car can get out of the grid without crashing into anything else. So how do we do that? Well, the best way to start doing that is by using the green cars or using one car at a time. The green car is the first one to move. It moves one space, which is, as you might remember, each of these intervals are 50. So if it moves one space forward, then it moves 50 steps. And then the next step is the purple truck, which moves one space forward, so that moves 50 steps. The next one is the orange car, which moves one space forward, which is 50 steps. The next one is the green truck, which moves backwards 2 spaces, which is 50, 100. And because it's moving backwards, it has to go negative 50, not forward. So that's negative 100, beg your pardon. That's 2 spaces, 50, 100. So that goes back a negative 100. Our next step is this car, and it moves back 3 spaces. So that's negative 50, 100, negative 150. It's moved back. This one moves backward 2 spaces, so that's negative 100. This one moves back 3, which is negative 150. And then the red car can move out. Now, while you're doing this, it's a good idea to record each movement of each vehicle. And why I'm suggesting that is because then you can quite easily build up a storyboard for your puzzle solution. Just to give you an idea, I've done one before with all the movements, and you can see it here. So I've taken a screen capture each time I moved a car or a truck, and then underneath each one of these, I've indicated what vehicle is moving forward, so whether it's a car or truck, and which direction and how far. Now that is your storyboard. You can do it like that. You can do little arrows if you wish, just to show where the cars are moving. You can do it using a graphics program. You can put it into Word. You can put it into PowerPoint. I don't mind what you use, as long as you are able to show me a sequence, a plan of how you intend to solve this puzzle. Now, once you've got your storyboard together, then it should be pretty easy then to start getting your cars moving. So let's go back to our puzzle, and we'll just put them back where they should be. Now, the first thing we need to command is the green car, and it needs to move 50. So we can put in 50 steps. The problem is, and we'll just change that to 50, what's going to start it? And that is our problem, is we don't have anything, an event, if you like, to start all the cars moving. So the way we do that is by adding another sprite. And I'm going to look down for a green tick. Here we go. That's the one I want. So I'm putting now a green tick here. This is going to be the start of our solution. Now, to get this to start, I need to have an event, something happen. We'll go to events, and I'm going to choose when this sprite is clicked. So when and we've got the green tick here. So when the green tick is clicked, I want it to send out a message. And the message I want it to send out is step 1. try that again. There we go, step 1. Actually, just try that again. That's better. Okay, step 1. Now, when I click this, it sends out step 1. Now, the first car or truck that needs to move needs to look for this message. That's going to be the green car. So we double click the green car. Now we said we want it to move 50 steps, but when is it going to do that? Well, it's going to do that when it receives the message step 1. Now we can put that on there. So when it receives the message step 1, it will then move 1 forward. Let's try that to make sure it works. So we click on this one and look, it does. It moves 50. Let's put it back where it should be. But then it has to send a message to the purple truck to move. So we're going to broadcast a message, and it's going to be a new message, and you guessed it, it's going to be step 2. Right, so when the purple truck receives step 2, it's going to move 50, 1 space forward. So let's go to the purple truck. When I receive step 2, motion, because we're moving it, move 50 steps. That's 1 space. It then needs to send a message to the orange car. So how do we do that? Go to events, broadcast. It's going to be a new message. And yes, it doesn't take very much to work out that it's going to be step 3. When I receive step 3, move 50. Then that needs to send a message to the green truck. So event, broadcast, new message, step 4. Okay, now when the green truck receives the message step 4, it's going to move, but remember it's moving backward, and it's moving backward 2 spaces. So when I receive step 4, I'm going to move negative, because it's going backward, 100 steps, because they're 2 spaces. Nope, let me try again, 100. I need to send a message. This one needs to send a message to the blue car now. And that broadcasts step 5. So you can see now, each car or truck moves and then sends a message to the next one to move. I'm sure you can do the rest yourself, or imagine what I'm going to do. I'll just finish them. Now we've just done all the vehicles up to the last one, which is the yellow truck. And that is when I receive step 7, go backwards 3 spaces, which each space being a 50 is negative 50, negative 100, negative 150. It goes back. So the last vehicle then is the red car. It's looking for step 8. So when I receive step 8, it's going to move 3 spaces forward. So, does it actually work? We've got all of these steps set up for each of the cars. They should move. So let's click this and see what happens. And it does, but it happens all at once. So you can't really see the cars or trucks moving one at a time. So let's put them back where they started. And let's go back to the green car. Now, what you can do is go to slow down the movement, is go to control, and we're going to put wait 1 second and squeeze it in there. We can go to the purple truck, do the same. Wait 1 second, squeeze it in there. If we then have a look at what's happening, do you see then that the green car and the purple truck move one at a time? The rest we haven't done that yet, but they would do that one at a time if we put this wait in each single car command for the Go script. And that is how you can solve the problem of a rush hour puzzle using Scratch. Good luck with yours.